All right, you guys, welcome back this week to the Love Frequency Podcast, where we turn pain into power. And I have an interesting topic this week. Basically, the topic is going to be about, are you low vibrational? Are you operating at a low frequency, but yet you think you're operating at a high frequency? Because why do we sometimes feel the need to lower our standards or our frequency just to fit in with a certain type of crowd? Stay tuned. All right, you guys. So as usual, we have two cards today. Well, not as usual, but this week we have two cards. But I wanted to get into this topic. Now, some of us, and you know what? I'm talking about myself when I say this. I used to be a bum. Not necessarily like a bum, but I have bum behavior as well. So I'm not saying this before I get into the topic to like hurt anyone's feelings. That goes for family, friends, lovers, whoever is reading this. Do not take it personally, but sometimes we do have to look at ourselves and ask ourselves, are we in alignment? So before we judge other people and say, let me just use an example, like that person deserves me. Why are they with that person? And let's just say that person doesn't have a job. They don't have a place. They don't have a car. They don't have anything going for themselves. But you have a stable job, you have a stable car, but you're still in a certain bracket. But yet you judge that person who, let's say, is a bum on why they chose, let's say, someone else who honestly, let's just keep it real. I'm going to keep it real here. Have a lot going for themselves. Maybe they have a business, maybe they have assets and stuff like that. I'm just making up a story here so y'all won't say, how do you know? I'm just letting you guys know a theory, like a story. So people literally would judge and say, what does that person see in that person versus me? And I have to stop them and ask, the person that you like, the person that you want, they have no job, they have no car, they have nothing going for themselves. And that person who has a business, if they choose to, let's say, date that person, level them up, let them. Because I'm going to tell my friends or family members, look at you. Why would you want to take care of somebody? Not saying that it's a bad thing, but listen, this channel is about elevating yourself and not going backwards. We've done that, been done that. We are not taking care of people in 2026 going forward. We are not stooping ourselves to that low. We are not going into that low vibrational energy. We are moving forward. Now, if you choose to do something like that, then it's on you. But I'm just letting you know on this channel, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So you'll be surprised how many people, like friends and family, that I have to literally shake them out of it and say, who cares if that person chose them? So what if they have a nice fancy car? So what if they have a nice fancy job or a business? If that person chooses to take care of somebody who is considered a bum, let them. Because let's just say that they dropped them and they chose you. What does that say about you? Let's keep it real here. That means you're a bum. You're a bum, or you're doing bum behavior, or you're insecure. Let's just keep it real, because there's just nobody in their rightful mind that will allow certain energies that is considered low vibrational to even, they won't even entertain that. They won't even let it into their energy field. So I used to be that person too, because listen, I've elevated, I've grown, I've learned self-love, I've learned certain people that just wasn't good for me. It didn't mean that I was a bad person, but it meant that I was entertaining negative people, negative energy. I'm entertaining people that's abusive. I'm entertaining people who really don't want much for themselves out of life. But here it is, I am this beautiful woman who have a lot going on for myself. Why would I want to entertain that? And once I start really listening to myself and really, damn, you know what, you're right. How does that look for me as someone who's trying to elevate spiritually, speak spiritually and positively? I'm false. I'm fake. Because look who I'm attracting. Look who I'm trying to date. Look who I was crying tonight over. Why? You're a beautiful woman. You have a lot going on for yourself. It's okay. Let them go. Let somebody else have that energy. Let somebody else have them, because you deserve someone better. Now, if you feel like you don't, then guess what? That says a lot about where you are in your life on your journey, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm sorry. Friends, family, whoever, I'm sorry. You're a bum. You can't be out here talking about you're an elevated person, you're spiritual, and you're positive and this and that. And you sit up here and you continue to entertain negativity, drinking every day, smoking every day, negative stuff, people, violence. You're entertaining this. You're entertaining people who don't want shit out for themselves out of life. Why would you even want to be around that? I would be like, you know what? Cool. Thank you. Have a good day. That's it. Period. I'm not about to argue with you. I'm not about to explain nothing. It is what it is. And let me tell y'all a story. So a few years ago, I was dating someone and we were hanging out with their aunt. And I remember they said something like, let's go to Berry Farms. If you guys don't know what Berry Farms is, it's like a project. It was a project or something like that in DC. And I ain't gonna lie, I come from the hood. I come from Chicago. I've been there, done it. I've seen it. I don't judge. I don't knock. But I have grown out of that. I'm an educated woman. I thought it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go hang out. Cause I'm not a square. I'm a really down to earth type of person. But I remember the aunt looked at her and was like, now, why would you want to take this type of woman to that type of environment? Why would you even want to put her in a situation where maybe something could happen? Not saying something would, but why would you even put her in that type of environment to hurt yourself or hurt the girl that you're dating or whatever? And it didn't dawn on me until later in life, but I was like, it was nothing. But that's a great example. That was me. I allowed it. It was cool. It was fun. But once again, you have to have a limit and say, I may do certain stuff, but I have to take accountability for the people I'm hanging around, the situations that I'm putting myself in, and looking at myself like, wow, I am a bum, or I'm a hood chick too, because I'm around hood. So that's going to be my message for this week is sometimes we have to look at ourselves and own accountability. If you're hanging around certain people, you got to look at yourself. Maybe that's who you are too. And you got a facade about yourself and you haven't come into reality that this is what I like. This is who I am. And guess what? It's okay to do that. I feel like it's okay for people to keep it real and say, this is who I am. And I'm going to stand on that and I'm going to stick to it versus having an illusion saying I'm all this great person. I'm in my spiritual whatever. And you're doing the opposite. You're doing shit that's really not in alignment with what a spiritual person that's supposed to be about peace, meditation, calmness. Why would you want chaos and stuff that's messing up your nervous system? So it's you the problem. You're a bum too. And it's okay to be a bum. Just say you're a bum and that's it. Stop lying to yourself and just keep it real. So that's what I have to say. And I have 2 cards and I'm going to keep it simple. The first one is breathe. And what is that telling you to do? Be still, be calm, be peaceful, and have meditation. And if you look at it, everything is peaceful and in alignment. As we close this year, I think a lot of people are probably like ending the holiday, the stressors, all that shopping, dealing with family. So this is the time to relax and breathe and really get yourself together. I really love this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like little flowers at the bottom with the face. I love this deck. And then the last one is Orphaned. What is it basically saying? All right, and the last card, sorry about that, is Orphaned. What is this telling us? It's basically telling us that someone is in a deep thinking state. They don't really probably know like who to talk to, who to like confront about what they're feeling internally with what's going on. So maybe it's something they're thinking about, a decision that they're trying to make, and they're trying to really go back and forth, like to decide what they should do about it. So they feel like an orphan, feel like maybe they can't talk to someone about what they're going through. Kind of like an orphan. I have no support system. I don't have anyone to talk to about what's going on. So it's something they're thinking about. But I would definitely add the last card, the prior card, the breathe card, like meditation, to kind of really help you to really align with yourself and really think about whatever decision you're trying to make or do. Think about it, meditate on it. But someone is in a very deep thinking, restful state. They're trying to make a decision on something. And sorry about that. Boots is crying. So, but yeah, that's all I have. And sometimes our insecurity get the best of us, where we know we're good people. We know we belong in certain crowds, but we don't even believe in ourselves enough so that we can elevate. So some of us may just resort back to where we're comfortable with the old crowd, comfortable with the old type of people that we used to date in, comfortable with allowing our family to let us do any and everything without holding ourselves accountable. It starts with you. We got to stop complaining and do more doing. If you want change, you got to be the change. So if you want to, so I just wanted to just to kind of up everything. We got to stop looking at people and assuming that we're better than them, because we have to look at our own glass house and say, am I living the life that I need to live before judging someone else? Am I doing what I need to do before judging someone else? Because someone, yeah, they may have more than you have, but you got to look at yourself and not judge other people. And if that's something you strive to be in life, then you need to elevate yourself and not judge people. Get your money up, get your business up, get your appearance up, get everything up instead of judging someone else. Because sometimes we tend to want what we are not. If you want somebody that looks good, fit, got money, that's got travel, that's got everything going on, you got to look at your own house and say, am I this person? Am I doing these things? Because some of us have an illusion about ourselves and we think we're these great people, but really we're not. We're a bum. We're not all of that. And we attract exactly who we are. It is what it is. If you want to elevate yourself so that you can attract the right people that's in alignment for you. Because certain people that living in certain classes, they're not about to date somebody that's out here, drinking every day, going to the hood, shit that's gonna get them either locked up or killed. They're not doing that. They're not, hanging around certain type of people. It's unfortunate. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm just being honest here. So if you know that you want a classy woman that dresses like whatever, ballroom type, then you got to look at yourself. How is your appearance? How is your appearance? How is your mind state to be able to deal with and handle certain type of people and crowds? It is what it is. But one thing y'all not going to do is sit up here and judge somebody, family and friends, that this person got everything going on. And look at yourself. Do you have everything going on? Okay, cool. Stop judging people. And also, if that person who got it going on want to elevate that woman or that man, take care of them, take care of the bum, guess what? That ain't you. We're not doing that. Unless you saying you a bum too and you like to take care of people, which a lot of y'all said y'all trying to elevate from that. So if you saying one thing, I'm no longer trying to take care of people, I want someone that's my equal, why you keep lowering your standards? Why do you keep shrinking yourself to make other people comfortable? That's another thing y'all do. That's called insecurity. If you know that you are the sun and you need to shine, why are you shrinking your light for other people so they can be comfortable? No. And I remember a long time ago, like I had a friend and they used to always say like, you think you all of that? I never said that. You think I'm all of that. There's people, especially friends and family, that would do that to you. Like, hey, big money and all that shit. Or, oh, you think you're all of that because you got this job or you got such and such degrees. Listen, everybody got the same 24 hours. You can you can go to school too. You could get a good job too and hustle like other people did to elevate, to do better for themselves. No one said you had to live this lifestyle. You said that. So don't be judging other people like, oh, you think you all of that. No, you think they all of that. And that is also like insecurity. If you feel like you belong in certain crowds, then guess what you do? And we just got to keep it real and say, listen, I am a bum in disguise. I am not all of that. I am worthless myself because I'm not even strong enough to not allow people to shrink me down. I used to do that too. Like having certain qualities, I used to shrink my gifts. I used to shrink my voice. I used to shrink how much money I made. I used to shrink going to the gym. I remember one time somebody told me like, why are you going to the gym to look good for somebody else? Insecurity. That is a very insecure comment. I'm not trying to go to the gym for nobody, but the gym is therapy for me. And I had told them, I'm like, look, you can go to the gym too with me if you want. You can elevate yourself too. But most people don't want to do that shit. They want to shrink you and tell you, don't succeed. Don't do this. Don't leave me, because you're elevating yourself. You're growing. And most people don't want to grow. They want to stay in that same bubble, that same box. So what do they try to do? When somebody's insecure, they will allow people to keep them in a certain box. They will allow other people to shrink them so that they're not showing their power. They're not showing their light. They're not speaking their voice. Allow those people to go. Allow other people to date them. Get rid of your family, get rid of your friends if they too are thinking like that. Because no, you don't shrink your voice. Don't stop doing what you're doing. If your light is too bright for people, get with other people who also are shining like you are, where y'all heat can withstand each other and you're not burning people so much or blinding them with your light and your energy that they make you want to shrink yourself so to make them comfortable. They can't see the light because you're shining and shit. Cool. Let me go on over here with other sun people so we can shine. That's it. See y'all next time.